If gatecrashing an event was a person, then it would be Samsung, because out of nowhere, they slid right in with the official announcement of the S23 FE just before Google announced the Pixel 8 on the same day. Coincidence? I think not, because it looks like Samsung are going for the undercut move and making people question whether the Pixel 8 is truly worth it. For the same 128GB storage and 8GB of RAM on both the Pixel 8 and S23 FE, Samsung is pricing the phone at $599 compared to Google, who's gone for a slight price increase this time around at $699, which once we break it down might start to make sense why Google increased the price. But then on the other hand, with what Samsung are offering, it makes you question if Google actually made the right choice. Let's look at the design and build, starting with the Pixel 8, which comes in 3 colors: hazel, obsidian, aka black, and rose. The Pixel 8 is using Gorilla Glass Victus for the front and back design of the phone, with an aluminium frame with an IP68 rating and weight coming in at 187 grams. They are still using the same materials combo like before, with a glossy back finish to the glass and a matte finish to the metal frame. But this time around, the body of the phone is more rounded and slightly more compact than before, and should lead to a better handling experience. The S23 FE, on the other hand, in some ways improves on the previous S21 FE, but also kind of steps back and looks a little bit mid compared to the Pixel 8. It follows near enough the same design language as the S23, which came out February this year and comes in 4 colors, which are mint, graphite, purple, and cream. Now, instead of a plastic back, Samsung are using glass for the back, but this time they've opted for Gorilla Glass 5 for the front and back compared to Victus, and still uses an aluminium frame, with weight coming in at 209 grams with an IP68 rating. Until I've actually used both to say which one actually feels better in the design and build department, provisionally, I will say the Pixel 8 is looking like it's taking the lead here, but considering the price difference, it might make sense why Samsung actually did this. Front and center with the display experience sees the biggest display upgrade we've seen and needed from a Pixel device, and so far it looks like Google did not disappoint. Now look, weird naming aside with what Google are calling an actual display, the Pixel 8 is now using an all-new 6.2-inch flat panel OLED display with a 20:9 aspect ratio, FHD plus resolution at 2400 by 1080p, adaptive refresh between 60 and 120 Hz, and peak brightness going up to a crazy 2000 nits. The S23 FE, on the other hand, is using a slightly bigger 6.4-inch display, using what Samsung calls a dynamic AMOLED 2X panel with a 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio, FHD plus resolution at 2340 by 1080p, and also an adaptive refresh rate between 60 up to 120 Hz with a max brightness of 1450 nits. Samsung is known to always offer the best-in-class display experience across the board, but this time around, Google might have just stolen the show with what's on offer here with the Pixel 8. And personally, I can't wait to see it in action so I can actually see what it is like. Yeah, I couldn't help it, I had to do it. Specs and performance now comes down to either the new Tensor G3 on Google's side versus the Exynos 2200 or the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. Yep, the split between Exynos and Snapdragon is back again on the Samsung side, which means depending on the region you're based in, you will either be served the Exynos experience or the Snapdragon experience, and this indeed takes me back all the way to how things were with the S22, which kind of makes you think maybe this should have been called the S22 FE. Both chipsets are based on the first generation 4nm process by Samsung, so the raw performance should be on par with each other, with Google focusing on improvement on their tensor processing units for AI work, aka the TPUs. And again, as stated, both come with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of base storage. It's going to be interesting to see how things play out here when it comes to performance, but I think it will actually be close to a level playing field. And now, when it comes to the camera experience, here's where things really get interesting, with Google working with a dual camera system while Samsung is working with a triple camera system. The Pixel 8 has an improved 50MP main wide sensor, which now uses an f1.7 aperture lens, a 12MP ultra wide, and a 10.5MP selfie. The S23 FE, on the other hand, uses the same 50MP main wide sensor found in the S23, with a 12MP ultra wide and a dedicated 8MP 3x optical zoom and a 12MP selfie. This right here puts Samsung in a strong overall position, because having a dedicated zoom lens compared to the Pixel 8 is definitely a win. And of course, Samsung is known to give you more features and controls when it comes to video and photo, with a dedicated Pro mode for manual controls, video portrait mode on the front and rear camera, and even 8K video at 24 frames a second. The Pixel 8, on the other hand, is bringing next level AI additions to the camera experience with things like night sight video, magic editor, and still one of only few phones that actually allow you to switch between the lenses when you're recording in 4K 60 without stopping recording. Be sure to subscribe and turn the notifications, as I will be doing a dedicated ultimate camera comparison between the Pixel 8 and the S23 FE. One UI versus the Pixel software experience, and this time out of the gate, the Pixel 8 will be coming with Android 14 out of the box compared to One UI 5.1 on the Galaxy S23 FE with Android 13, which I'm sure will be upgradable to Android 14 very soon. I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole of which software experience is better between the two, as both have their strengths and shortcomings, but I will say the promise that Google have made, stating that the Pixel 8 will have 7 generations of software updates, which includes OS versions, security, and feature drops, is a level of ambition that could make the Pixel 8 one of the most important Android phones to be released yet. We already praised Samsung not long ago for actually offering a better long-term software experience compared to Google when they announced 4 years of OS version updates with 5 years of security, while Google at the time were offering 3 years of OS version updates with 5 years of security. With the change to 7 years on the Pixel 8, this is a level of commitment that not only takes the level of support on Android seriously to the next level, but actually takes the fight directly to Apple, which, if you look at the iPhone 10, which was released in 2017, only had support for 6 OS versions up to iOS 16. This almost seems too good to be true. But in the off chance Google pulls this off, this means the Pixel 8 will be getting support up to 2030. Battery and charging experience wise, the Pixel 8 is packing a 4,575 mAh battery with improved wire charging at 27 watts, wireless charging at 18 watts, and battery share with reverse wireless charging. The S23 FE is packing a 4,500 mAh battery with wire charging at 25 watts, wireless charging at 15 watts, and power share with reverse wireless charging. I'm definitely going to test the charging speeds, especially on Google's side, to see if the charging has really improved on the Pixel 8. And here's hoping the battery life has also improved as well. What's your pick between the Pixel 8 and the Galaxy S23 FE? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. That's it for me, Ben from Lover of Tech. If you enjoy videos like this, you know exactly what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're part of Team TLS, the Tech Lover Squad, so you don't miss any future videos on the channel. I hope you're all safe during this time. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.